Hubble was born in Marshfield, Missouri on November 20th, 1889. He attended University of Chicago in 1906. Edwin Hubble was a very important person that changed the course of astronomy forever. He began studying astronomy in 1914, though he had always been interested in the starry sky. In fact, when he was 7, his grandfather, who was an enthusiastic amateur astronomer, showed him one of his telescopes. Edwin was so eager to use it that he asked if he could stay up at night studying the heavens rather than have an 8th birthday party. Hubble graduated in 1917, but during this time he was mentored by another significant scientist, Forrest Ray Moulton. Forrest actually attended Albion College and graduated in 1894 with an honorary SC.D. degree in mathematics and astronomy. Hubble enlisted in the Army in 1917-1919 during World War I. Once he returned home, he joined the staff of the Mount Wilson Observatory. The Mount Wilson Observatory in California was home to the largest telescope from years 1917-1949. Here he spent the rest of his life studying the sky, which led to our most important discoveries about outer space. It didn't take long for Hubble to make a name for himself in the astronomy community. Hubble studied nebulae for his PhD, and he returned to this work at Mount Wilson, where he could make observations using the world's largest telescope, the 100-inch 2.5 Hooker telescope. In the early 1920s, Hubble found Cepheid variable stars located in nebulae. The nebulae were located almost 1 million light-years from Earth, 4 times farther away than anything observed before. He paid close attention to the Andromeda Nebula and discovered that the Cepheid variables within the nebula are at tremendous distances from the Earth, much farther than stars in our own Milky Way galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy emitted light of the order of 1 billion of our suns. 3 days after his 35th birthday, Hubble's discovery was announced not in a scientific journal but in the New York Times. In addition to this, Hubble gave us the system we use for classifying galaxies. Hubble realized that the Andromeda Nebula is actually a galaxy. Until then, most astronomers thought the Milky Way and the universe were the same thing. Hubble now knew the universe was considerably bigger than the Milky Way. It contained other galaxies or island universes. His best photographs of the outer parts of the Andromeda and Triangulum nebulae showed dense swarms of actual stars. Here demonstrates that there are galaxies beyond the Milky Way. Hubble received a large number of awards in his lifetime, including the Newcomb Cleveland Prize in 1924, the Bruce Medal in 1938, the Franklin Medal in 1939, and the Gold Medal of the Royal Astronomical Society in 1940. Probably the greatest honor Hubble received was the naming of the Great Space Telescope for him. The Hubble Space Telescope has transformed cosmology, provided images of unmatched beauty, and yielded data that has driven both a better understanding of the universe and an ongoing realization that we do not know or understand everything yet. In 1949, age 59, Hubble suffered a serious heart attack. Grace nursed him back to health, but had to reduce his working hours. No more long, cold nights at the telescope were allowed. It is long discussed that if the Nobel Prize in Astrophysics would have been established prior to Hubble passing away, he would have received it. Though Edwin Hubble is long past, the legacy of his contributions lives on through the space telescope that was named in his honor.